Alright y'all, so it is now the day before the race. We have made it to the start line, not the finish line, the start line. So, I started my day off normal, and when I got my hair cut, I went to the gym, did a little walking on the treadmill. I decided to do my shakeout run on the treadmill as well, or whatever the sloped one is. I forget the name of it, but I did a mile and a half on that, and then I did the compression boots. What are they called? Like, that's crazy. I used them for this long, I can't remember. I did the compression boots for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then I came home, took a shower, and now I am headed down to the expo. Before I get to the expo though, I'm meeting up with the homie Tyler, and we're gonna have some lunch. We're both going to get our bibs, but that was the plan, to meet him, but he said he was getting food first and I need to eat because obviously this is heavy on the carb load. I feel like I missed my carb load by maybe like 200, maybe 300 carbs yesterday. I was trying, but man, I didn't realize how hard it is to try to take down 700-800 carbs in a normal day. But we did okay. So today I want to be on top of it and make sure that I am filled up with as many carbs as I possibly can within the next, several hours. So after we get lunch, we'll head to the expo, get our bibs, our shirt, typical marathon stuff. I'm gonna check out, see what they got for nutrition. Sometimes you get lucky and there's like stuff you can't find at the running stores. For me, in that case, it would be the precision gels. I haven't trained with them at all, but I ran with them before and I actually like them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the Never Second gels, and then also maybe a few carb gels. Carb's the brand, just because they're caffeinated gels, and they have also gels that are high in sodium than most. So depending on how things go, if I need something with quick sodium and carbs, I'll go ahead and switch to that. But I also have my salt tabs. That's just a non-negotiable. Staying on top of those, taking those every 30 minutes. So let's talk about how I feel. I had nerves all week. Not really sure about what. Just like the normal anxiousness you get on something this big. But as the days have wore on, I seem just to feel a little bit more calm about everything. Like, I've done the training, I've ran the miles. There's not really a lot more to like stress on. So just keeping things in perspective, like, yeah, I'm going out for a long run tomorrow. That's what I'm telling myself. I have a goal, a time goal in mind, but it's very loose, much like my first half marathon. So I'm not sitting here like gonna blow myself up over time, but I'm gonna get to a certain point in that race and I will feel like either I got something left in the tank or I need to just, be conservative and finish the race. The one thing I will say that's different, I think, in my head is, on those half marathons, which are my B races, I was, pretty much coached to not give it all on any of those races. So in this one, I think I'm ready to just leave it all out there, no matter what that looks like. And we'll see what that ends up with, because obviously there will be a huge rest period after this race, and then we'll be getting ready for HYROX. So I don't want to get long-winded, but just want to tap in on our way to lunch and then on our way to the expo at the Phoenix Convention Center. Phoenix Marathon, inaugural year, fresh to finish. Let's get it. We are at the Phoenix Convention Center. We are waiting for the homie to get done parking. I got lucky, I got a meter, but We're about to head into the expo. Just finished lunch. Carb load, I had the French toast. He had pancakes and avocado toast. A lot of bread activities, but the first inaugural Phoenix Marathon. We're part of history. So it's real calm right now. It's about 1 o'clock, just after 1. Pretty straightforward, like mini expos. You go in, you get your bib, get your shirt, look around. You may or may not buy some souvenirs, t-shirt, hat, etc., etc. This is the countdown. You know what number you are? I'm 3479.
Great day, sir.
Thank you.
I can take you back.
Oh shit, I forgot the names.
And then 25 to the finish is final climb.
Alright, y'all, so we just got the bib, the packet, the shirt, the whole nine. We are officially official. Phoenix Marathon 2025 inaugural, and feeling good, feeling great. Gonna keep it light, sexy, probably some pasta, some bread, plenty of electrolytes and water. You know the vibes. Got an early start time tomorrow. This race, they bust you out to the start line. So I'm gonna try to stay as fueled up as I can. Or actually start my fueling later so that nothing wears off by the time we get to start of the race. But so far so good. Walking into this race healthy, even though I was a little concerned that I might not be healthy a few weeks ago. But everything's feeling good, so blessed and grateful. This is the end of the series. Fresh to finish. Then we'll start a new series for HYROX. But alright, y'all. Peace. That's it.
Hello from Waymo. As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always. So keep your seatbelt fastened.
Yep. Made it to the start line, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not starting, is it? What up, y'all? It's Fresh. I'm going to go ahead and interrupt real quick. I did not get a lot of footage from this race. I'm going to go ahead and put that disclaimer out there now. I did have my camera on me. I did think that it was just going to be like any other day. However, it was not, as you will see. I was wearing my Oakley Meta Vanguard, so I do have some footage from that. And that's what I'll go ahead and share and kind of narrate all the way until I stop recording or whenever the battery got low on those. I'll come back after that and we'll recap and I'll kind of tell you how everything went, how I'm feeling, and that's that. So back to the show. All right, so I finally got my emotional resolution from Saturday, the Phoenix Marathon, the inaugural Phoenix Marathon, and my first full. It was a tale of two races, the first half and the back half, night and day. Let's get into it. All right, so boom, I took a Waymo to my first marathon. I prayed the whole ride didn't glitch out due to all the road closures. A completely normal thing to worry about on race day. So from there, we shuttle to the start line. I get off, use the bathroom, try to stay calm. I've done races before, but I've never done 26.2 miles. Never this. All right, so then we make our way to the start line, and then the gun goes off. Kind of abruptly, I might add. And my first thought to myself is like, yo, you are really doing this. And my brain is just trying to reconcile what my feet are doing. It was like this looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up moment. But anyway, off we go. All right, so the first few miles, tight, completely normal. Miles 5 through 8, starting to fly my rhythm. It's mile 12, I start to feel like, okay, I'm relaxing. I got this. Sub 4, you are in my sight. Then around mile 13 and 14 is when I find out that my support team has forgot my second round of fuel. And between parking and traffic, there's just no way they can get it to me. So now I'm looking at roughly 8-9 more miles for just nothing. In their defense, this is their first marathon while it is my first marathon. So this is just something that we could fix. Not a big deal, but in that moment, it was unlikely. So then mile 17, the cramps start. And not regular cramps. It's those deep cellular betrayal type cramps. And from all my training, I know these aren't really cramps. This is your body filing for bankruptcy. So I did end up getting my nutrition around mile 20, but by then it's too late. I'm compromised. Those last 6 miles were just a mixture of walking, running, cramping, repeat. And trust me when I say this, I experienced every emotion you can have in that 6 mile span. But I do want to add this. Shout out to all the other runners because everyone was out there encouraging me while I was going through it. And everyone was out there encouraging each other because we all know we're battling something. And that's one thing they don't tell you about marathons. They are wildly personal but deeply communal at the same time. While it may not have been the day I wanted, I finished with gratitude. And something I took away from this is most people only love discipline when it flatters them. Saturday, I had to stick around and let it humble me. I'll be back though. We're going to get that sub 4 in the next one. All right, y'all. So there it is. That is the conclusion of this series, the Phoenix Marathon. Wow. I don't know what to say. When I started this, you know, going back to day one of training, getting all the way up to this video here, just so many things have happened. I felt like I've changed in so many ways and, it's crazy. You know, what I didn't realize when I decided to do this marathon was that, you know, 5 months of training is going to come down to one day and not even one day, a few hours of one day. And that was a part that I kind of had to like struggle with after the marathon because, you know, a part of me was really disappointed in myself for, not hitting my goal, coming off of, you know, 2 PRs in my last previous races and just pretty much a really solid year of running and doing a lot of these things for the first time. And I really wanted to punctuate the year with, you know, hitting this PR and finishing my first marathon. And so to not hit that goal, man, kind of took something out of me because, you know, it's 5 months of my life all went left, you know, in a few hours. And, you know, after I made peace with that, you know, I was just more blessed that I walked away with no injuries. I walked away with my health. I obviously walked away with saying I completed a marathon. And I was just grateful that I have the opportunity to run another marathon. It wasn't like it was like my first and my last. Yeah, everything that went right outweighed everything that went left, if that makes sense. So I don't want to like wax poetic about it too much. Kind of explained it all and I've already moved on. Like I said, I have HYROX Phoenix coming up next. And it took me a while to make this video. Just between the holidays, just taking some recovery time, and my son being out of school, home renovations. There's a lot going on. And then, like I said, just the emotional aspect of being able to like kind of sit with it for a second before I came on here and made a video. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching this series up until this point. Thank you for the supporting comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscriptions. I appreciate all of it. Like, you really watching something unfold in real time. So, there will be lulls because that's just life. I'm full-time dad, full-time DJ, trying to be a full-time athlete. It's a lot, to mix in the pot at once, and then obviously make content about all these things. It can take up some time. So sometimes it goes slower than what you want, but more importantly, yeah, let's get ready for this next series. HYROX Phoenix is a big deal. That is in about 2 weeks. So I'm going to document that as much as I can. It's not the same type of timeline as a marathon, but we've been training. We've been like dabbling, but these 3 weeks, leading up to it have been really focused on HYROX stuff. So I'll share a lot of that in the next video, which will be coming really soon. I've already recorded a bunch of stuff for that. I just wanted to make sure the sequence of everything was in order and that you got the completion of Fresh to Finish before I started talking about the next event and the next series. So thank you for watching again. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, if it's your first time being on this channel, go back, watch. If you like what you see, please come back. Please subscribe. Please like. Please comment. Let me know what you think, man. Like I said, this is my first year running. This is my first year with YouTube. I'm figuring this out as I go, and I appreciate the support and I appreciate any feedback. So if you see me at one of these events, if you're local in Phoenix, say what's up, man. I love talking to people about this stuff. This is a whole new world for me, and I'm trying to make as many connections as possible. But until next time, y'all, which will be soon, I will see y'all. Peace.